Hello, I'm Mark Clay, the team leader for the East Midlands Baptist Association. I just wanted to take this opportunity to bring a brief greeting to you and to your church this Christmas. Matthew 4:16 says this: "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned." As I record this Christmas message, I'm acutely aware of the dark place in which we find ourselves, and I don't for a moment minimise the real suffering, anguish and pain that this time, this pandemic, has brought to so many families in our churches and in the wider communities that we seek to serve. As we approach this Christmas, unlike any other certainly in my lifetime, we're all asking the same kind of questions, aren't we? Will we be able to meet with our families, our loved ones, our friends? Will we be able to go to church and sing those wonderful Christmas carols that we only sing at this time of year to worship with our fellow believers in Christ? Will we be able to share the joy of seeing our children or our grandchildren's eyes as they open their gifts on Christmas Day? Well, even with the government's relaxation of the rules over Christmas, so many of our normal traditions will have to be different this year. There can be no doubt that it has been a dark time for our nation and for the world, and it still is. The shadow of this illness, this pandemic, continues to hang over us. We truly are people who are learning, or sadly have learnt very painfully, what it means to live in the shadow of death. So where do we find hope today? Where ultimately do we find our security for the future? For many in our communities, it's in the development of this new vaccine that we hope and pray works effectively and will plot a way for us as a nation out of this difficult time. You and I know, pray that this happens and happens soon. But even if this vaccine works in the way that we hope, even if we can plan to get back to some kind of normality, where will that leave us? There will still be other diseases, other illnesses that come along. People we love will still grow old and die. And we will still live in the shadow of death because we know that death is the one thing that we will all have to face at some time in our lives. Well, this doesn't sound like a happy Christmas message, does it? But death is the ultimate problem for us, and there is no vaccine that can fix that. Death can only be defeated through faith in Jesus Christ, and that is the good news Christmas story. Our ultimate hope in this world and for the world to come can only be found in Him. It's only through faith in Jesus Christ that death itself is defeated. And here's the real good news this Christmas. Here's the real Christmas gift. Here's the light in our darkest night. I believe with all my heart that our ultimate hope, indeed the hope of the world, is to be found in Jesus Christ. If we put our trust in Him, we can say this Christmas the people living in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned in the person of Jesus Christ and in His birth. This is why Jesus came, to bring us hope, a hope that death was not the end, and how much our world needs that hope at this moment. This is the unchanging message that we as churches have to share with the world. This is the heart of good news. This is the gospel. That Jesus was born, that He lived, that He died, and that He rose again, so that those who believe in Him no longer have to fear death. I pray that you will know this hope, this light, this Christmas. And in all that you do as churches, you will reflect that light, that hope into the communities in which God has placed you. And on behalf of the team here at the Association, we just want to say, may God bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift the light of His countenance, that's His smile, upon you, and give you His peace. God bless you.